Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new. I am so excited for today because the weather is super nice again. We've had a few cold days here and there, but now it's back up in the upper 60s. Today is a Monday while I'm filming this, and Mondays are kind of my reset day where I go and get groceries, I meal plan for the week, I look at my schedule and see kind of what's going on, and this week is jam-packed full of some fun things with girlfriends. I also have my 28-week checkup on baby girl, and I have my glucose test this week. I will also have an ultrasound to see her, so that's really exciting. This weekend I played around with some decor. I did some antique shopping. There's a spring open house in my local area, so I filmed a little bit in there for you guys to get inspired. Tell you guys though about a new endeavor that I have dove headfirst into. So last Friday, my friend who has a sourdough starter came over, brought her starter, another friend came, and we all started our own starters together off of hers. I have attempted sourdough 3 times before and they've just never really worked out. I've tried starting them from scratch each time and it just didn't work out. So I thought maybe if I got some of her starter, that would do a little bit better. And you guys, it is thriving. So I've already made some sourdough blueberry muffins and a sourdough artisan loaf, and they've both been delicious. So today I think I'm gonna make some banana sourdough bread and just use the discard from this morning. But let me show you guys the starter situation. So this is a little jar that I'm keeping it in, and I put a line of where it was this morning when I fed it. You guys, look at it. It's like all the way to the top, basically. There's so many bubbles in it. It's the consistency where it's like really doughy and stretchy, which I never had before. I mean, there are thousands of little bubbles in there. So I feel like it's really happy. I hope it stays that way. And I've had a lot of fun getting to bake. You guys know I love baking. I love that I'm able to use a fermented grain a little bit. So I've got my discard here. You guys can see like it's pretty stretchy. Yeah, I pulled that this morning and then fed it earlier. So I think we're gonna start out making some banana bread. I have 3 bananas that are about to go bad, so I figured I might as well use them, and I'm having a friend come over tomorrow morning, so I feel like it would be nice to have fresh banana bread for that. But for groceries this morning, I went to Aldi, and then I also stopped at Home Depot to pick out a houseplant. After I've done my spring decorating, I feel like I really want to incorporate some more real houseplants, or maybe like tiptoe back into it. I don't know what it is, but this time of year gets me so inspired and makes me want to be creative, make things, play around with decor, and I'm just having a lot of fun with it. So I'll show you the little house plant that I picked up. And whenever I was grocery shopping at Aldi, I went down that one aisle, you guys know, and I found some cute little hand soap dispensers too that look very high end, but they were like $5. So I switched out my green linen apron for this cute one. This is from the My Texas House line from Walmart, but I think it's so cute. I'll link this one down below if you like this print. It's just very neutral. I'm loving it for spring and summertime, and it's a little different. It has like this tie up at the neck, and then it ties around the back, and it also, I've just brought it up to the front. So I did get this recipe for the chocolate chip banana bread off of Farmhouse on Boone's website, so I will link the recipe down below. But if you don't have a sourdough starter, she also has steps on how to make one as well. plant that I picked up this morning. How cute. This is actually a succulent, but I love that it kind of like drapes down, and I thought this would be a good addition. So I'm wondering if I can't maybe split this up and put this in a few different pots of sorts, but I figured succulents are pretty easy to take care of. I had no idea how to pronounce this name, but here it is. It's kind of like a waxier leaf, so it definitely looks like the succulent, but I also feel like it looks kind of just like a normal houseplant too. And it's very established, very large. I got this one at Home Depot and it was $12.98, and there's a little QR code that you can scan on how to take care of it. So I need to do that just to make sure that it doesn't need any special like fertilizer or anything. I feel like it's so cute. So I'm gonna find a little container to put that in. I also picked up the tiniest little terracotta pot you ever did see, because I'm gonna do a resurrection garden with my kids. We're gonna find some little twigs, make crosses. I'm gonna look for some small, probably like baby's breath to put in around it, and we'll just make a little garden together. We'll have the stone, like the stone is rolled away. And then I also picked up some cactus and like succulent type potting mix. And while I was at Aldi, like I told you guys earlier, I found some cute soap dispensers. I've been looking at some of these online on Amazon. I have some amber glass ones over by our kitchen sink, and I've been wanting to switch them up to something, I don't know, a little more simple. So when I saw these, I thought they were perfect. I feel like the lid or the dispenser part is pulling up more silver, but it is definitely like a brushed gold or like a champagne gold. It pulls gold, and I'll show you guys. It matches our faucet actually surprisingly well. In the store, I was like, oh, I could just rub some antique gold rub and buff on the top, but I really don't think I need to now that I'm seeing it in our kitchen. But yeah, these were $5. I love the fluted detail. I thought they were so cute. So I grabbed 2 for our kitchen. Here are the hand soap and dish soap that I have now. And like I said, I've kind of just wanted to switch them out. I got these from the Target dollar spot a few years back, and they also came with these stickers, which is nice. Guys, it is now a few days later since I have picked up the camera. I have not planted this little succulent into a new pot. My grandma actually gave me this bowl probably about a year ago now. She had found it, I think, at the thrift store. It is really cute. It has this like ribbed plaid pattern on it. And I thought this would be really cute to display with a plant in it. So it's pretty wide, so I feel like this plant will be able to grow with it. And I placed it inside, and it'll just need a little bit of soil. So I think that will look so cute. The banana bread the other day turned out so good. I did undercook it or underbake it a little bit, because the inside, it looked like it was done, and when I did the toothpick test, it came out clean, but then as it set, it kind of like hollowed in the center, and then I realized it was still a little bit doughy in the middle. It was just for my family, so we kind of just scooped that out and ate around the rest of it, and it was delicious. Brooks was actually really sad when it was gone, but I'm having a lot of fun with this sourdough. I actually have a loaf of bread proofing on the stove. I'm gonna bake that here in a few hours when it has doubled in size. That'll be my second loaf officially. I'm gonna try a different Dutch oven this time. I totally forgot that my Caraway Home pots and pans, the big pot, is a Dutch oven. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's a lot lighter than my like cast iron one, and my cast iron is a 7-quart, which is kind of big, and our oven is like a double oven. So in order to fit that Dutch oven into the stove, I have to remove one of the racks. So I think if I can get my Caraway Home Dutch oven to work, I won't have to mess with the racks or anything. video, I shared decorating our kitchen table, and I did a full place setting. I also decorated the top of our hutch and in our entryway, but I didn't do anything with the inside of the hutch. And I feel like after I got everything else styled for spring, I wanted to kind of redo the insides of this hutch. So I've pulled out everything that I feel like is spring inspired. I went through my stash of home decor that I used when I set up at a vintage market last fall. I actually put a booth together and I called it the Aged Haven. Hopefully one day I'll be able to pick that back up, but for now, we're about to have Braley the end of May. I decided to hold off on spring markets, but I might do the fall markets again. But anyways, I did pull some vintage decor from my stash, like these wooden rolling pins, this bowl, this like pottery inspired bowl, lots of plates. I actually have these plates here that are more Christmas. They just have these green lines on the outside, but I thought the green would go good for spring too. So I've pulled a variety of different bowls. I love using these wicker baskets. I'm about to dust, that's why I'm holding this up. I'm gonna dust off the shelves in the hutch. And then I added some greenery and faux plants. These are all faux. I just have like little faux succulent from the Target dollar spot years ago. I think this is Target too. Yeah, like little $4.99. If I had to do it over, I'd probably go and get real plants. And I might start switching them out. Now that I have all that soil, I need to get some more little faux plants, or I could even ask friends if I could have little clippings of theirs and transplant them into cute little containers. But this little fern, and then this is just a little sprig of regular greenery. And I also have these really cute vintage inspired books I think are so cute for spring. I got these at a vintage market last spring, and they actually are little containers. So they're like boxes, book boxes. I didn't really put anything in them last year. I just used them for decor, and I thought these would be cute in the hutch. Oh, our flower pitcher is back out. I used this a ton last summer for different lemonade. And then I like to bring in some gold, so I have a lot of these like candlesticks that I used Rub and Buff on last year to get ready for that vintage market. I also have this mug that says "The Gospel Changes Everything," and it has a little flower detail. I just grabbed that from my mug stash. Napkin holder. I thought this was appropriate for summertime since we do more like hosting and stuff. In the thrift store, I actually found these little measuring bowls. They were Hearth and Hand, but I got all of them for I think $2. And then I have a few different berry containers. So I have this one from Hobby Lobby. It has little flowers on it, so cute. And then this one is just a little berry one. I don't remember where this one was from. Some vintage, some new, plants mixed in. So let's style this up and I'll show you what it looks like after. Decorated. It looks much more like spring with the baskets and the greens and whites, and it just looks a lot more cheery than it did. I did just have like some very simple plates and pink goblet cups, but I feel like this is just much more me and looks more like spring. The last thing I want to do is create a new little simplified tablescape using this basket. How cute for spring, they're rimmed in gold. I also found these cute little bunny salt and pepper shakers, so I thought I could style those. And then I have my floral arrangement and some more candlesticks. That way we can keep the table a little more simple for every day. for today's video. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me a few of the days, getting some things done around our house and getting things nice and cozy for spring. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all soon in my next one. Bye, friends.